base, a loss results there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Brissett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. Play fake, Brissett. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Brissett now. Jones has it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this 1st down.
Hey, kill. 19, touch.
Brissett. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
19, touch. 19, go.
They run over center with Benson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it,
the New Orleans defense back out onto the field. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a first down. Brissett sets to throw it. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Brissett. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
this offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
13.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Cardinals.
To throw, Brissett. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Danny Stutzman gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing, Brissett. Short one here, caught by McBride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
17 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. First carry for James Conner. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here.
Don't worry.
Now Brissett. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the 4th. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey Benson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They're locked in a tight one. Tie game, 4th quarter. So coming up with a stop here, vital as this drive begins 1st and 10.
19, set, go.
Zone read, here's Benson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He'll find Jones again, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
5-yard gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
At the 42-yard line.
On the toss, it's Benson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
A handoff here to Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
That's another Cardinals.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Howard. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
Let's go.
A give left side for Benson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Hold the ready.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Howard. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. To throw is Howard. Throwing to start the drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
41-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Brzee. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Operating from the gun. Howard. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. And this game is coming down to the wire, so they know this is the drive that will likely decide the outcome.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Able to find Jones. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
6 yards. It's fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught inside the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They'll be summoned one more time here in the final minute of this football game.
Get it! Back up!
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter, both offense and defense. sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Big Easy. And with that Who Dat chant bouncing off the walls behind us, we know that we're ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New Orleans Saints. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team 5 wins over their last 7 games. Across from him, Saints head coach Kellen Moore. His guys, champions of their division, know they'll be hosting at least. The Saints defense on the field now, working with a 3-0 lead here early. Now the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And what continues to jump his game up, his ability to have split vision, the ability to watch the receiver and also see the quarterback deliver the football. That allows him to make a lot more plays on balls in the air.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. We're looking deep here for Flowers. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that would get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Nice. Job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now Jackson. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. Their guys have the lead here in this first half, and they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this 1st down. They begin with Henry. And he'll get this to the 32.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Jackson. Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Henry out of the pistol. A solid stiff arm. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Second and 5.
Rashad Bateman. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Complete to Dejounte Wester. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. And Jackson throwing once more. Throw caught by Flowers. Now a signal in the timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They'll play with a lead here to begin this third quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. Here's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They need only about the length of the football here on second down.
It's second and inches at the 40-yard line.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Ravens first down.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Second and 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Jackson options out left. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to third and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. On third and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson now. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Again, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive. The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pete Werner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Brings up second down.
Lamar going to give this to Ali.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They've been the better of the two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish.
Now Jackson throwing to start the drive.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson going to keep it running right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
A loss of a yard brings up second down at the 41-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 53 yards. The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They're out there trying to protect this fourth quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Here's Ali.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And this is picked up by the Saints. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Real quick. 0 to 100, real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100, real quick.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. They'll try to put together a stop as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's a run with Ali. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. So no gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The New Orleans defense back out onto the field. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
The Saints about ready to go now on defense. And this game is coming down to the wire, so they know this is the drive that will likely decide the outcome. Throwing, Jackson.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Here's Jackson.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
He's got room at the 30.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Jackson to throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Saints,
they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.
you have the time to listen to me? Nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramas. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my wedding cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grasping to control. So I better